All right, let's do it. I do it. I do. I'll do it. 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 Why not, right? Um, watch this one. I can't see your link because you're a disgusting pleb. Audio, RSCS, Inik, Turbo Tommy, Hunter Main, Orofia, Ferrari Kim, Alan TV, and Sorata. Thank you very much, boys. Tier 3 on Hunter Main with the 32 months. Forsen 1, he says. Thank you very much, man.
Rage 2 will be releasing in the middle of next month. The sequel's arrival is a long time coming, as the first Rage game was released back in 2011 for consoles. While id Software helmed development for the first Rage game, Rage 2's development was handled by Avalanche Studios, and will be treated to their vision of the plot soon enough when the game releases. To prepare waiting gamers for the arrival of Rage 2 and to perhaps serve as an introduction to Rage as a series, we've prepared a video about the full story of Rage.
I thought this was the video.
Stated that Rage 2 will continue the plot of the first Rage game, we know the ending of the first game should lead into the beginning of the second game. But how does everything begin? The world of Rage takes place on an Earth that has been hit with an asteroid, the Apophis 99942, in August of 2029. The asteroid
2029. Oh, that's in 10 years, boys.
Caused concern from 2004 to 2006 over the possibility that it would collide with Earth, but continued study of the asteroid reduced the effective probability of the collision. But in the world of Rage, the asteroid does collide with the Earth, and it turns the planet into a post-apocalyptic wasteland all around. Humanity is almost entirely wiped out, and those who survive the asteroid's impact form settlements around habitable locations such as oases or any such fertile environments that can support life. The settlements are often under attack by bandits who roam outside of the settlements, and mutants, which are the product of experiments to create super soldiers by a group called the
Super
Authority.
Soldiers.
The Authority are the antagonists of both the first and the soon-to-be-released second game, and their goal is to impose social order upon the Earth as they see fit, wiping out any who oppose, even if those include innocent humans. They are highly militarized and have access to powerful technology. There are a variety of types of both bandits and mutants in the world of Rage.
It's
There are
Fallout.
6 different
I don't
bandit
fucking
clans,
mind.
each with their own social background, and found
Please,
only in
by all
particular
means, give me a
locations.
Fallout.
Mutants, of which there are also several varieties, are distinguished by their combat abilities and physical characteristics, though those designated as Authority mutants are distinguished by their obedience to the Authority. With this established, the game events start with the awakening of Nicholas Rain, a former United States lieutenant from cryogenic sleep in a facility called an Ark. This Ark is one of many scattered across the world as part of the Eden Project, a joint effort from major world powers to preserve some of human civilization for the future. The Eden Project was carried out in secret, unknown to the broader public, and each Ark contained a maximum of 24 people. The members of each Ark are constructed such that the combined talents and traits of the members of the group would facilitate localized rebuilding of human civilization, leading to the reconstruction of civilization on smaller scales until the smaller civilizations built by the Ark survivors could connect and restore the planet to some new form of normalcy. Such was the secrecy of the project that the selected members of each Ark were unaware of their choosing until late in the project's execution. The public reveal of the Eden Project would lead to mass societal chaos on a global scale.
Yeah, we're watching the
as
recap
many
of
who were
Rage 1.
not selected to be in the Eden Project realized that they were doomed to die. It led to wars between countries and societal decay, and as those who were not meant to survive would find arks before they were successfully buried, these citizens would destroy and plunder the arks as protest against their fate. The Authority, themselves rooted in the United States military, are traced back in part to a super ark, the only one of its kind and the last ark to be built, which was capable
super
of housing
ark.
100 people. The Authority were not the Super Ark's intended residents, but its founders took over the Super Ark itself and replaced it with those who would be loyal to the Authority. The Super Ark's wake-up date was set before the other Arks, so as to give the Authority an edge in controlling global society and in establishing their survival infrastructure. Rain has been asleep in the pod for a little more than 100 years, waking up in 2135, 30 years after the members of the Super Ark have awoken in 2105. He awakens with no other members of his Ark alive. Rain heads for the surface and is attacked by bandits, but is then assisted by Dan Hagar of the Hagar settlement. Rain briefly subsists in the Hagar settlement, all the while learning about the Authority, which has made it their goal to hunt down those who awaken from the Arks, and about his nanotrites, which imbue Rain with superhuman abilities.
Superhuman.
Nanotrites are small microcomputers that were injected into each Ark passenger before sleeping, and also help boost body functions to preserve the host while not being parasitic. Fearing for the well-being of the Hagar settlement, Rain is sent by Dan Hagar away from the Hagar settlement to Wellspring. In Wellspring, Rain meets with Dr. Antonin Kvasir, who used to work for the Authority, and it is from him that he learns about the origin of the mutants as nanotrite experiments from the Authority. Antonin then directs Rain to the Resistance in Subway Town. Eventually, Rain makes contact with the Resistance leader, Captain John Marshall, who has been captured by the Authority. Rain rescues Marshall, and here we learn that the leader of the Authority, General Martin Cross, also known as the Visionary, acted in the late stages of the Eden Project so that besides the Super Ark, only Arks populated with people loyal to him and the Authority would awaken. The rest of the Arks were meant to stay in hibernation forever, and it is for this reason that any Ark survivors, or Arkists, are hunted by the Authority. Arkists were injected with nanotrites prior to their being put to cryosleep, and this power given to them by the nanotrites, while intended to help them survive in a harsh post-asteroid collision world, also makes them potential opponents.
I like open world games. The only thing I'm hoping for is that
to establish complete subservience
they don't have too much trash to loot. I always get fucked
only
with inventory management.
Automation from its AI programming that responded due to internal system damage. Marshall and the Resistance's plan is to awaken all dormant Arks to create an army capable of opposing the Resistance. And it is this goal that Rain accomplishes as he alone infiltrates Capital Prime, the Authority's headquarters. The game concludes with Rain successful in his mission and the dormant Arks awaken. However, the Authority's influence and power have not diminished. And this concludes our video on the full story of Rage.
Okay.
The first game's primary purpose is world building, as other characters in the game explain the setting of the game.
I think we're good there. So 6 years? No, sorry, wait. Rage 1 is from 2011. That's 8 years ago. 8 years ago. So this will probably be quite an upgrade, even though I never played the first one, but yeah.